I am Malia Myers, so I will be your mindfulness coach this morning briefly. I'm in Mendocino County, which is way far up north, but my heart lives in San Diego. I have some very, very close family members in San Diego, and I lived in Southern California for about 20 years. So I am with y'all in spirit, and I'm so glad that you're here. And it's just lovely to start my day with you all. So let's go ahead and begin. We're going to do a practice today that'll give us an opportunity to kind of work out and build up our empathy and compassion skills. So first, I hope you start that empathy and compassion just with yourself. Be kind to yourself, give yourself grace. And also, today is an opportunity to gain a little bit of perspective on how we manage what's going on under the surface. So to begin, we do have a brief, it's about a 5-minute mindfulness practice, and you're welcome to leave your cameras on or off, however you feel most comfortable. You can keep your eyes open or closed. If you do keep your eyes open, there is a really cute little animation to focus on. And this is also something that you can even use with children. And good morning, Suzanne and Cynthia. Thank you. If you're just joining us, we're just about to get started. So go ahead and settle in, and we have about 5 minutes of a Just Like Me meditation. And if you have your kids, bring your kids along because they can do this too.
Just like me. This might sound hard to believe, but everyone has something in common with everyone else. We even have something in common with people who get on our nerves. Think of someone who seems very different than you, and let's see if we can come up with a few things you have in common. Choose someone you don't know very well, but who seems nice. And once you have someone in mind, you'll be ready to begin. Are you ready? If not, press pause, and then when you have someone in mind and are ready to go, press play again. Sit or lie down comfortably and close your eyes. If you'd rather keep them open, that's okay. Keeping your muscles relaxed, feel your breath move in and out of your body. Can you feel your breath at the tip of your nose when you breathe in? Can you stay with your breath and feel it move into your chest and belly, then circle back out through your nose or mouth? Put one hand over your heart and relax your shoulders. Breathing in and breathing out. Feel your breath move your hand up and back down again. Your mind wanders. It's no big deal. When you notice that your mind has wandered, just focus on your breathing. Now take your time and think of things you have in common with the person you chose. When you think of something, silently say, "He's just like me," or "She's just like me." I'll say a few just like me statements to start you off. Close your eyes if they're not closed already, and imagine that he or she is with you. And say to yourself, "He's a living, breathing human being, just like me. Just like me, she gets sick, and sometimes her feelings get hurt. Just like me, He wants to make friends. She wants to do well, just like me. Sometimes he feels sad, just like me. Sometimes she gets angry, just like me. Sometimes he feels left out, just like me. And just like me, she wants to be happy. Take your time and think of more things you have in common. Silently repeating your own, just like me phrases. Keep going, thinking of the things you have in common. It's almost time to finish, but before we do, would you like to send friendly wishes to the person you are thinking about? How about sending some friendly wishes to yourself at the same time? Let's start with the other person. I hope you are safe, and may I be safe too. I hope you're as happy and healthy as you can be, and may I be as happy and healthy as I can be too. Take some time to think of more kind wishes and say them to yourself silently. Before we say goodbye for now, I want to remind you that you really do have so much in common with everyone, even people that seem a bit different than you are.
Go ahead and take a few more deep breaths to bring your body back into the space a little bit. Roll your shoulders back, get those kinks out of your neck. And for me, after a mindful moment, I always feel like I'm very receptive to reflection and consideration. So I also wanted to share a brief video with you and some of you may have seen this already, to yet again strengthen those compassion and empathy muscles. And what I like about this video is that it follows a group of people, a typical kind of school community, and identifies some things that might be going on under the surface. And after that, we'll do a brief journaling practice. And welcome to those of you who came in the middle of our mindfulness practice. Please go ahead and introduce yourself in the chat. And for those of you that were here and experienced that, if you want to go ahead and share a little bit about maybe how you're feeling now compared to how you were feeling when you arrived. I know I'm feeling much more relaxed, and I am going to have an easy day because of being here with you all this morning. So this is about 4 minutes, and it's called Under the Surface. So I don't know where you guys are at in San Diego, but I know all over the state, schools are starting to reopen again. And while we've been at home behind our screens, and sometimes that under the surface stuff comes right up into the screen, um, we never know what's going on with somebody on the other side of the screen or at home or what they brought to work with them. And so this kind of reflection helps me keep in mind to see everybody as a whole human being. We bring so much to our workplaces, our schools, and to all of our relationships. So it's so important. Not only I find probably the hardest thing is managing my own things and um, showing up and being able to put those down to show up for others. So I would like to give you an opportunity, and I'll play a little bit of music while you take about 4 minutes to reflect and journal a bit about this idea. So I have some journal prompts, which I'll offer, but we always, in the SSEL, we have the always default journal prompt, which is what's moving in me, or how do you keep in mind that others are just like me or just like you? Or how do you manage your under the surface challenges? And I'll go ahead and put those in the chat as well. So I will play a little bit of music while you do some journaling. And I invite you to take this time for yourself. right. So you can go ahead and keep writing if you are on a roll. But I also want to give you a little bit of a gift of time. I know you have to look at your schedules and decide on your learning activities for the day. Um, but thank you for taking the time with me this morning. I've enjoyed spending this little bit of time with you. And someday I hope we can meet in person so I can get to know all of you a little bit more. So next time in San Diego, I hope. So thank you for starting your morning with me. It means so much. And I will be taking all of this with me and all of your smiles that I'm seeing with me through my day. So I hope this has given you a little bit of relaxation to start your day with. It seems like our days get busier and busier, especially as the spring comes along. I think we were talking about that before everyone arrived. It feels like it is ramping up. So the more we can stay relaxed and in tune and mindful, the easier it is to manage those challenges. So thank you, and thank yourselves for taking this time for yourself today. It's so, so important. And I wish you all a wonderful, mindful day. And I hope you're feeling full of steam power. Feel free to share some of your thoughts in the chat or best wishes for our friends here in the room. And we'll see you next time.